Welcome to Mindful Flow this morning. As you can see, got a little different backdrop starting today. We got very ambitious yesterday in my family since everybody was home and the timing was right, and we just decided to go out and get our tree and get everything set up. So we had a lovely time post-Thanksgiving, just doing some of our traditions in our family. I hope you had a wonderful time as well in the last couple of days. It's a gorgeous day out there today, a little chilly, but we have a beautiful weekend ahead, so there's a lot to celebrate still. So in our practice today, we are going to be opening hips. We're going to be doing a little bit of core work. We're going to be stretching and opening hamstrings as well. So we're actually going to begin by lying down on the mat in a supine bound angle. So what you can do is go ahead and lay down all the way, and then if you like, you can take your blocks and bring them on at the outside of your thighs if you find that that is helpful. If you don't need them, then you can just let the knees fall open in their own way. So as you lie down, start to settle the body on the mat. Let your shoulders drape down. Bring your awareness to the soles of your feet and connect the soles of your feet and feel the interesting connection that that creates between the two sides of your body. The right and the left body are all part of the same body, but we often have very different sensations and movements and challenges from right to left. Bringing the soles of the feet together, just like bringing the hands together, is a nice reminder that these two sides are connected as we feel sensation traveling from one foot to the other. Start to notice your breath. Bring your mind's eye around the feeling and vision of your breath being pulled into your body. The slight cooling sensation as it comes through the nose and down the throat. The rise of the chest. As you release each breath and exhalation, feel your body connecting to the earth with more grounding energy. Drawing your attention to your hips and pelvic region. See if you can relax and allow whatever sensations are flowing around the hips to soften. See if you can breathe into the hip area and soften any tension that arises. Allowing your knees to become heavy, the thighs to move down toward the earth. This practice today is dedicated to moving through transitions with ease. And as we open the hips and the pelvic region, this is often associated with the chakra energy that is related to change and transition. This region of the body, when that energy is blocked, can be very tight. Maybe even have some aches and pains from that tightness because we've locked in our ability to go with the flow and be open to change. So in our practice today, as we open hips, Think about this region opening up and allowing for the beautiful transition of the change of the seasons, change of the patterns of our behavior around the holidays. But remember that the guide to moving through change, the key, is to simply stay in the moment and appreciate every single moment as it is. So let's take 5 more breaths here in this opening posture. If you have any further tension, see if you can release and soften. The breath will guide your way. One more breath here. Let's go ahead and make this a nice deep breath in. Fully inhabit your lungs. Pull that breath down into the belly. And then exhale with an audible sigh. Next, we'll begin to lift the knees up, heel toe the feet, and bring the feet to the outer edges of the mat. As they become closer to the outside of the mat, you can drop the knees and the thighs inward and just allow them to rest in toward each other. Coming into hammock pose to feel the counter stretch for the opening Baddha Konasana. Sometimes if you press those thighs together a little bit more, even take a pelvic tilt, you can feel the expression of this stretch a little more. Inhale, let's bring the knees back up to center. Heel toe the feet back up underneath at hip to height, hip distance. Let's bring the arms into a T off the shoulder. We're going to lift the left knee in and then, instead of the arms being out, let's bring the arms around the right knee. Draw the right knee into the chest. I'm a little ahead of myself. And go ahead and extend the left foot all the way down. So the left leg is extended. Right knee is into the chest. Point the toe, flex the right foot. Point the right toe, flex the foot. Point and flex, and then circle the ankle around. 3 times in one direction, and then 3 times the other direction. From here, we're going to straighten the right leg and bring the sole of the foot straight up to the ceiling. Bring your hands around your thigh. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, release. One more time, in. Release. Go ahead and bend your knee once again and take your strap this time. We're going to bring the strap around the ball of the right foot and straighten that leg once again. So this time extending the foot up to the ceiling with the hands on the strap. With your hands now holding the strap in place, walk your fingers up as high as they are comfortable, but then allow your shoulders to settle down toward the mat. Just feel this stretch. With each breath, drawing your straight right foot a little closer to your head, but only until you feel the edge of your stretch. Stopping there to breathe and open up the back of the hamstring and behind the knee. Nice deep breath in, brings the breath all the way up the back of the leg. Exhale, release, and ground that right hip down into the mat. One more breath like this. to take both ends of the strap in the left hand. We're now bring the right hand into a T off the shoulder, and we're going to bring the straight right leg across to the left. So you're just going to cross it over the body and go really slowly here, very slowly, just a tiny bit at a time so you can truly feel that sensation coming up the side of the right leg. Keep that leg as straight as you can, even if you have to bring it closer to the front of the mat. Nice deep breath here. Relax through the hips. See if you can soften through the outside of your right hip. One more breath. Bring that right leg back up to center, bend the knee, and bring the right foot down. Straighten the right leg now and draw the left knee into the chest. We're going to point the left toes, flex the foot. Point the toes, flex the foot. Point and flex. Point and flex. And then circle 3 times the ankle in one direction. And then circle 3 times the other way. From here, go ahead and straighten that right leg, but bring the strap around the ball of the foot. We're just going to go ahead and bring that one straight on up this time, using the strap. So again, when you're finding this initial position, you want to relax through the right leg and let that right leg be grounded down. Your left leg is as straight as you can bring it, but you don't have to bring it super high or close to your head. Just find that spot where you feel the ultimate edge of your stretch. Lightly holding onto the strap, breathe in, and maybe you find a little bit more room with each breath to draw the leg closer to the top. With each breath out, feel that left hip relax and settle and sink down into the mat. So you're drawing the breath in and up to stretch. Exhaling to ground down. One more breath just like that. Transfer the strap into just the right hand, both ends. The left hand comes into a T off the shoulder. And we'll start to move the left leg over the body to the right. Again, slowly, slowly, tiny bit by bit. I find that the slower you go, there's so much more information that you get about the connections in your body and where you are truly holding tension and tightness. I can feel this sensation moving all the way up through the outside of the glute, back up into the lower back, as well as the hamstring. Breathe softly. Relax and ground. One more breath here. Let's bring that foot back up to center. Bend the knee. We can release the strap. Lay it down by the side. We may use it here just a little bit. And we'll go ahead and bring both knees into the chest and hug your knees in. Take a breath here in Uttanasana. And exhale, release. Go ahead and roll over to one side. Help yourself up. And we're going to come into tabletop, hands and knees position. All right, starting off in tabletop. Stack your wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Make sure you've got your nice square box. Think of your body creating that square shape so your back is nice and flat.
Abs are drawing in and up. Think of your navel reaching up as if it's trying to wrap around the lower spine. Extend through the neck, crown of the head reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. Take a breath here in this neutral, strong table position. And then we're going to take the right leg and extend the right leg back. You can bring the ball of the foot down to start, and then we're going to lift that right leg up. So your foot, wait, my screen is so bright, hopefully you can see it here. My room is super bright now with this new setup. Press back through that right heel. So your right leg is extending back, and it's almost as if someone has a rope around your ankle and they're pulling that foot backward. Maintain your core, maintain that square box. And then we're going to cross the right leg over to the left, and we're going to bring the foot down on the floor. You can glance over your left shoulder, get a little lateral stretch here as you peek back over the shoulder and see your right foot. One deep breath here, and then bring that right foot back. Press back for one breath in child's pose. Inhale, come back up to your tabletop. Extend the left leg back, finding your position first and your stability, and then lifting that left foot off the mat. Again, the foot is no higher than the hip. So you're pressing back now through that left heel, feeling as if you're trying to grow an inch or two on that left leg by pulling out of the left hip. Breathe here, one breath. And then take that straight left leg, cross it over the right. It's going to come down on the outside of the right mat, the right side of your mat. And you can glance over your right shoulder, feeling those left ribs open and stretch, and peek over at your foot. Bring that left foot back up under, come to tabletop, and then press back to a full child's pose this time. Releasing the pressure off your shoulders by bringing the hands around and back to the feet. Your third eye rests on the mat. One full breath here. Offering an affirmation, I move with grace through all my transitions. Inhale, let's bring those hands back up under for tabletop position. And actually, we're going to sit right down. We're going to come to our seat and come into a wide-legged seated position. So this time, doing a lot of stretching with the hamstrings, so we're going to prepare for some stretchy standing poses later on. So sitting down in Upavista Konasana, we're going to draw the energy up through the spine, feeling the sits bones grounding down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, drop your shoulders down. Oh, so subtly. You can feel the release on the neck when the shoulders just become very heavy. With your next breath, we're going to take right hand to the top of your right shin. Left arm is going to reach up, lifting up toward the ceiling, and then exhaling over your ear. Keep your feet flexed and your legs nice and active here. Inhale, draw that left shoulder, roll it slightly back, and continue your stretch. Inhale, come up. This time, left hand reaches left thigh. Right arm is going to reach straight up to begin. Lift and reach on your inhalation, and then exhale. Bring that arm over the ear. Feel the right side body open up. Deep breath in as you roll in that right shoulder slightly back. Exhaling and folding further. Inhale, come back up. Let's roll the shoulders forward and back.
forward and back. Keep your legs active, feet are flexed. And then we'll draw the elbows back and we'll roll the shoulders the opposite way. So think about your shoulder blades squeezing together as you bring them back and opening like a fan as you come forward. One more time through. All right. Okay, so from here, we are now going to come back to that tabletop position and start to move and flow a little bit more. So starting off in table, we're going to just curl the toes under and press back to downward facing dog. Hamstrings have gotten a lot of stretching here, so we'll try to go ahead and straighten those legs if you can. If they still feel tight, always keep your knees as soft as you need. But do press your hips up toward the ceiling and lengthen through your spine. Nice deep breath in through the mouth, or in through the nose, and then out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose. Cleansing breath out through the mouth. One more time. And out. Let's walk the feet forward. Come to the front of the mat. Come to a forward fold, Uttanasana. Release the head. Let it bobble around a little bit. Shake it yes and no. And then slowly walk the hands up the body and we'll rise all the way up. Reach those hands up and overhead, stretch. Exhale, swan dive forward and fold. Stepping back to downward facing dog. All right, now we're going to incorporate a little bit of core work into our first part of the flow. So from downward facing dog, we're going to lift the right foot up. We're going to draw the knee into the chest and round the back, coming into what's called cheetah. So your knees into your chest, bringing it to the chin. And then as we press back, raise the right leg up to a three-legged dog. So on the exhale, you're raising. On the inhale, draw the knee in to cheetah. And raise it back up. Inhale, draw in to cheetah. Use that core. Exhale, press back up. From here, we're going to actually bring that right leg down, back to downward facing dog. We're going to lower the forearms. So your forearms are going to come straight back down on the mat. Your hands are parallel like they're train, or your arms are parallel like they're train tracks. But your hips are still raising high. We've now come into dolphin. Breath in and bring your heart forward between your elbows. Exhale and press back up. Bring your knees down, come to forearm tabletop, and then press all the way back to extended child's pose. One full breath here. Each breath, and move through transitions with ease and grace. Inhale, come back up to hands and knees and press back to downward facing dog. Move through that same sequence again. So with an inhale, we're going to lift the knee into the chest and round the back. This is a really good core move, this cheetah. And then exhale, lift the leg up, three-legged dog. Inhale to cheetah. Your back is rounded here. Exhale, split leg dog. One more time. Inhale, draw and use that core. Exhale, split leg dog. Bring the left foot down. We're going to lower the forearms once again. So now we're setting up for dolphin, coming down onto the forearms. Hips are still high. Legs are straight if you can. Bring your torso forward. Allow your heart to come right between your elbows. And then exhale, press back up with hips high. Drop the knees down and press back to child's pose. One full breath here. Inhale.
Exhale and release. All right. Come on back up to hands and knees. And from here, we're going to go ahead and walk the feet up. You don't have to do anything complicated. Just come on up to a forward fold at the front of the mat. So we're going to let the head hang down once again. Inhale. This time come up to a half lift and lengthen through your spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach those arms overhead, lift. Exhale, bring your hands down by your side. All right, so we're gonna grab that strap one more time and do a little bit more work with the legs. So just bringing the strap around your right foot. We're going to do a little balancing Padangustasana using the strap. So we're just going to stand on the mat. We're going to ground down through the left foot and then lift the right foot up with that strap looped around the foot. Or you don't have to use a strap if you just want to lift the foot on your own. So either way is fine. So we're just lifting the knee up, grounding down through the tailbone, which is reaching toward the mat. You're lifting up through your spine. And then we're going to slowly straighten that right foot. So the right foot is coming out straight. You're lifting, you're extending, flexing through the foot. One more breath if you can. And then bring that right foot all the way down. Creating that same thing on the other side. If you're not using a strap, I'll demonstrate that way as well. So ground down through the right foot. Left knee reaches up. You can either hold on to the strap or you can bring hands underneath the thigh. Create that length through the spine though, that's important. Drop the shoulders down. And then little by little, we're going to straighten the left foot, reaching that foot forward. And if you're not using a strap, you may be able to take the big toe hold. But if not, just use the strap and straighten any way you can. One more breath. Exhale, bend the left knee and bring that foot down. All right, let's bring the arms up and overhead. Lift and extend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up, lengthen through your spine. Exhale and fold. All right, we're going to step back to downward facing dog and now move through the real flow part of our practice. So take a nice deep inhale as you come into downward facing. Release it out. And then we're going to lift the right leg up for split leg dog. Inhale with that right leg up. Exhale, we're going to bring it into the chest for cheetah. Inhale, lift it back up to split leg dog. Exhale, bring that right foot forward to a low runner's lunge. You can always use your blocks here if you like. From our low lunge, we're going to plant the left hand down and start into our twist. So move the belly to the right, slide your hands across your ribs, lift your elbow and then your arm. Beautiful twisting lunge. Make sure you feel stable through that left arm. Left leg is still lifting up. Exhale, unwind the right hand down. From our low lunge, we're going to drop the heel of the left foot and then straighten the right leg. So we're coming into pyramid. Here again, blocks are often very helpful for pyramid unless your hamstrings are super open. So either way, come into pyramid pose and you're going to slightly draw back the right hip and bring the left hip forward. Inhale, bring the crown of your head forward as you lengthen. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Inhale, lift your heart once again. And then from this pyramid pose, we're gonna bend that right knee again, coming more or less back into the low lunge. But we're gonna take the right forearm and bring it right on top of the right thigh, lifting the left arm up. We're gonna slide the left hands across the ribs, lifting the elbow first, and then the arm. So we're coming into the supported side angle. So your right ankle and knee should be tracking one on top of the other. Left arm is reaching high. And then maybe you bring that left arm over your ear. One more breath here. From side angle, we're going to lift all the way up and come right into warrior two. Left hand comes to left thigh, right arm reaches up now, stretching that right side body. Exhale, back to warrior two. Straighten the right leg. We're going to transition now to triangle. So from warrior two, can't talk this morning. Reach your right arm forward and out over your toes. And then windmill the arms down to triangle. Your right hand reaches down to your shin or to a block. One beautiful breath here. Exhale is going to bring your left arm down. We're going to roll right back into pyramid again. So you're going to square your heart down toward the mat, keeping your legs as straight as possible. Extend through the spine as you inhale. Exhale once again, fold over your right leg. So from pyramid, boy, I really can't talk today. From pyramid, we're going to bend the right knee once again, coming right back into our low lunge. Perfect. I know this is a lot of instructions, so try to stay with me if you can. So from this low lunge, we're going to take the right foot and we're going to simply walk it back so that it's about 3 or 4 inches behind your right hand. So coming from the low lunge, we just take that right foot and slide it back so it's behind the right hand. I know this feels awkward where it is right now, but we're going somewhere, I promise. And then we're simply going to slide over on the side of the left foot. We're coming into a supported side plank. So you're just going to twist, coming onto the side of the foot, and then opening up to side plank. I know this is really funky. It's probably hard to do if we're not in the same room, but you're doing great. You got it. All right, unwind from that side plank. Bring your right hand down. Slide your right foot back. Press back for one nice long downward facing dog. Inhale, drop your knees. Come into a cat stretch. Inhale to tabletop. And press back to child's pose. One full breath here. Each breath, I move through transitions with ease and grace. All right. Come on back up to hands and knees. We're going to move through that full sequence again on the other side. So we're going to start in downward facing dog. So from our down dog this time, we're going to lift the left foot up, coming to 3-leg dog as you inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to move into that cheetah pose one more time. Exhale, round the back, knee comes into your chin. Inhale, back, split leg dog. Exhale, brings that left leg all the way forward into a low runner's lunge. Help yourself into the proper position. Take your time. Once you're in your low lunge, your right hand plants down. As you support, your left arm slides across your ribs, lifting the elbow, and then the arm for your lunging twist. One full breath here. Let's enjoy this posture. Take your time. Unwind, bring the left hand back down to the outside of the foot. We're gonna drop the right heel down, and then we're gonna straighten the left leg, coming into pyramid once again. Sometimes it's helpful to create a little bit more space between the legs and pyramid, so if you need to walk the right foot out slightly wider, that may make it more comfortable. And as always, use your blocks as needed. Inhale, draw the heart forward, but press your left hip back. This squares the hips. You'll feel a difference in the leg when you do that. And then as you exhale, fold over your left leg. Inhale, lift your heart up. We're gonna bend the left knee. Take the left forearm to the top of the left thigh. So we're coming into that side angle again. Right hand comes to your ribs. Slide that hand across your ribs, lift the elbow and heart first, and then bring the right hand up. So you're supporting yourself with the left forearm on your thigh, right arm's reaching. And then if you feel it and you want to bring that right arm over your ear, you can create the full angle. One nice breath, beautiful. We're going to move from supported side angle to warrior two. So lift your body up, arms now reaching back and forth. You're in full warrior two now, beautiful. Right hand comes to right thigh, left arm reaches up, open those left ribs. Exhale, back to warrior two. Straighten the left leg. Reach way out over your left toes, and then bring that straight left arm down as we come into triangle. Lifting the right arm. Beautiful triangle. A nice breath here. And then we're going to move from triangle, transitioning again back to pyramid. So we bring the right arm down, reach for your blocks or the mat. Heart is now lowering and reaching toward the mat, but you're still lengthening through the spine. So you're lifting and lengthening, but you're facing downward now. One breath in, and then exhale once again, fold over that straight left leg. All right. Inhale, and here we're going to bend the left foot. Again, coming right back into that low runner's lunge. And we're going to do that little funky transition. It might be easier for you now since you know where we're going. To supported side plank. So you bring your left foot just behind your left hand. Leave a little, 3 or 4 inches of space between your hand and your foot. And then we'll simply roll over to the right side, coming to the right side of your foot. Left foot is your kickstand support, and we lift up to side plank. Exhale, unwinds that left hand down. Hand comes down, leg reaches back for downward facing dog. And then come on, forward to hands and knees, and let's press back to child's pose. Stay here for one full round of breath. Let's actually make it 2. One more breath here. All right, come on forward, come back to hands and knees. Let's arch the back up, take a little cat stretch. And then back to table. All right. Check my timing here. Okay, we're perfect. Right on time. All right, so we're gonna lift up one more time, press back to downward facing dog. Let's walk the feet up to the front of the mat. Come to Uttanasana, forward fold. From your forward fold, heel toe your feet out to the outer edges of your mat so you have a nice wide leg stance. And then we're going to bend the left knee. Bring the left hand around to the right ankle, so grasp your right ankle with left hand. And then right arm comes into a T. We're going to come into another twist, this time from our forward fold. Nice deep breath, enjoy it. Unwind, bring the right hand down. Right hand reaches across to the left ankle outside. Bend your right knee and then lift your left arm up. Twist on the other side. Unwind, bring that left hand back down, forward fold. Heel toe your feet slightly back into hip distance. Let's walk the hands up the body. We're going to stand up one more time and stretch north and south. Exhale, bring hands to your side. Take a breath in mountain pose. Relish all the openness, strength, all that you're feeling in your body at this moment. Lift the arms straight up. We're going to slowly dive forward again, forward fold. And then step back to downward facing dog. We're going to come into pigeon pose here, so you can move into pigeon in whatever way, whatever transition works best for you. If you like, you can lift the right leg up, come into split leg dog on your inhale. And then exhale, bring that right leg through, bring your right foot behind your left hand and start to lower down. So your right knee is behind your right hand, right foot is behind left hand. Before you lower down the rest of the body, ease your hips down onto the mat. Make sure you feel grounded and even. Sometimes we need a little support under that right hip, so if you need a pillow or a blanket, feel free to get that settled. And then as you're ready, you can come down on the forearms and fold forward in whatever manner feels most appropriate for you. For some of us, we need to stay up on blocks. This may bring our head all the way down. The important thing here is to relax through the hip and groin. Just simply allowing those hips to settle down, feeling the pull of the earth. Breathe and soften. More breaths here. Begin to lift your head back up. Plant your hands down on the mat. Curl the left toes first. Lift that left leg up. Create space so you can slide the right leg back. And let's press back to a really sweet downward facing dog. Maybe lift that right hip up, stretch, feel that right side, get a nice juicy open stretch. And then we'll come to the next side by lifting the left leg up, split leg dog, or you can transition your own way. Exhale, you can bring the left foot forward, coming into pigeon on the other side. Remember to slowly allow the right leg to slide back. Before you fold forward, make sure those hips feel grounded and square. Make sure you feel evenly weighted and supported on both sides. As you're ready, you can begin to fold forward. Again, you can always bring blocks down. You don't have to come all the way down. You can bring blocks underneath your forearms. Find the sweet space that supports your body best. And slowly feel the release in the hips. Each breath, and learn to move through transitions with grace and ease. Change and transition can often bring stress and anxiety. The important thing is to continue to relish each present moment. Keep yourself grounded in the now, and that will help you move gracefully into the next moment. We do in our practice. This is a beautiful recipe for moving through transitions in life. Three more breaths here. Slowly begin to rise up. Plant your hands down. Curl those right toes. Lift up the right leg. Create space. And then slide the left leg back. Another sweet, long downward facing dog. Stretch that left hip. Sometimes it just feels really good to press into that hip. And we'll inhale, come forward. Time for one little counter stretch here at a seated position. So come down to your seat. With legs extended, we'll bend the right leg, and we're going to cross the right foot over the leg. So we're going to try to bring that right foot over to the left side near the hip. So if you can stack your knees, or at least have them near each other, that's what we're going for here. So grounding down through the hips, you'll already feel that nice counter stretch coming into the hips. This is a nice internal rotation to counter what we just did in pigeon. So you can either sit up nice and tall here, or if you feel that you have this openness in your body, you can slightly fold forward. Again, release through the hips. Keep your left leg straight. Soften where you can. Inhale, come back up to your seat, and we'll switch legs going on the other side. So we'll cross the right foot over. Cross the left foot over the right thigh. Ground down first, lift your energy up. Stay here in just the plane in the starting position. Or if it feels okay and you'd like to fold forward, you may get a little bit more sensation from the stretch. Just go slowly, take your time, and if you need to back off, always honor your body. And go ahead and sit right back up. Uncross your legs, and we're going to roll all the way down. Go ahead and extend the legs all the way down. And just relax, letting everything neutralize, letting your shoulders rest, finding ease in your spine. Beautiful stretchy flow with lots of different transitions through this practice. The important thing is we didn't get ahead of ourselves and worry about the next transition. We stay present. And in doing so, it allows us to move gracefully and with ease toward the next. So soften your body down. Find your ease. And now take rest. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Draw your breath a little bit more energetically back into the body. Bend your knees. Let's slide the feet up to the mat. Draw your knees into your chest. Hug yourself, offering gratitude for this practice, this day. This beautiful community. And as you're ready, you can roll up. We'll close practice today together. Let's bring the arms out, up and overhead. Connect again the two sides of our body and spirit. Bring the hands down to the heart center, bowing in Anjali Mudra. May our practice remind us to move forward with grace and ease through all of the transitions in life. It only takes a breath to remain present and grounded. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. Have a beautiful Sunday.